Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the final Siren for season 2025. I'm joined with Oz. I am Duck from the Purple Rain. Oz, very, very tough one to start. An absolute nail-biter that we were just unfortunately on the wrong end of.
Yeah, look, and it was a classic game where we win and essentially we relieve some pressure. That valve sort of allows the hiss to get out, and we did a lot of things right today, Duck. We brought the pressure today, we brought the intensity, brought the effort. Both teams really out there to try and win their first game, and you could tell out there was some apprehension, certainly amongst ball movement as well. And I think ultimately you look at that we're on top for a long stretch there, Duck, and you'll break that down in a second. But unfortunately, the little things matter in the end, and there were just a couple of things that just didn't go well and didn't go our way, I should say. And I guess you could argue both sides, but in the end, Sydney too good. Yeah,
well, got off to a flyer, 4 goals 3 to 5 behinds in the first quarter, and then, had an opportunity early in that second quarter to really break the game. Sydney, to their credit, that's why they are last year's grand finalists, fought back hard, and we just couldn't convert those opportunities that were, we were going to get on the counter-attack a little bit here and there. But look, I thought there was a couple of guys in particular that had really, really solid games. Noddy O'Driscoll continues to show his value to this club. A guy who, we spoke to him last year. He's coming back off knee injury, then infection and stuff like that. And he looks like a guy that you can set on that wing, takes the game on. Really love the way he's going about it. Jago O'Meara, I thought, probably played his best game for the club. Really great job on Heaney, and then got a lot of the ball himself and really showed that mature body that we needed in the clearances. And I really like the look of the way he went about it.
Yeah, look, as we get some mood lighting here as well.
Jeez,
here's what it is. You get some romance going on here. Look, the bottom line is I think there was so many positives that you can look at in the context of what happened here, mate. I know that threw you out there for a minute, but so many positives you can take out of it. You already alluded to two. I thought that a couple of other players stood up and had a fair old crack today. Well, to be fair, the team stood up and had a fair old crack. It was just, as you mentioned before, just taking your opportunities when you have them. Penciling down all of these moments that happen throughout the quarters. Each quarter there's at least 2 or 3 highlights where you can pull out and say, well, if we win this game, it's because of this, or, but then again, you add them up. And look, if you look at it, like statistically speaking, Sydney, the first time they've been held scoreless in a quarter in that first quarter since 1997, which is a huge stat in itself. So Freo doing everything right there. And then all of a sudden, they start to get the ascendancy back in the ruck in that second half, particularly that third quarter, Duck, where they started to get a little bit more momentum. Jackson owned the first half with his ruck craft and really put them to the sword. And then once they started to get it back on their terms, I think you touched on the clearances, the overall clearances. We lost 37-25, stoppage clearances, we lost 27-15, and then the tackles 55-48.
Yeah. Yeah, look, again, it's one of those games where when it is, and look, it actually is a matter of like half a second.
Yep.
The ball...
Not even half a second.
Well, Jai takes the mark, Siren, mark's taken, like it's like that. So, it's one of those things where I think, like you said, mate, every single little millisecond, ball bouncing one way, ball bouncing the other way. We had a couple of times when it was just unlucky as well. Like, we was 3 on none, and we were going to get the ball inside 50 from a dump kick, and the ball bounces on an end over the top to a Sydney player. They go down the other end. So, look, there's plenty of things where that happens, and you're just like, oh, mate, such a heartbreaker. So, I think the boys really showed a little bit more than obviously last week, which is really positive. That's the main thing to take out of it. But a lot of work to do going forward in this season. I think, Brendan Walker doesn't look great with that shoulder injury. And that put the brakes on us a little bit, given that, he was having a pretty great game in that back pocket and just getting back to basics and going about it. So, there's just a few little things here and there that we can clean up as a club, and I think we'll be right on the right track.
All righty.
How are you, mate? Good to see you.
G'day,
Very well
mate.
played.
Good to see you. Yeah.
Hey, mate. How are you? Good to see you. All right, Nathan O'Driscoll, just put those cans on.
Beautiful.
Is anyone else coming or just one? Just the one?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
no, you're right by
mono
yourself,
a mono, my man. Mono a mono.
Let's just start that last minute. Bit of chaos.
Frantic.
How was it out there?
Yeah, you can certainly hear the crowd, that's for sure. I just thought, we talked about it in there, like finishing our games is still probably definitely something we need to work on. Like it was late last year, I remember I was on the potty on the last round and we spoke about like our last 4 weeks in that, just finishing off games. Disappointing, so yeah, like we'll go again. We're only 2 rounds in, so and I thought we bounced back pretty well today and we played some good footy for sure, but yeah, just need to make it over 4 quarters and finish games off better because I thought we had them.
Yeah.
Like, and we spoke about that. We definitely had them. It's just about, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it early that the first quarter, get that nice 4-goal buffer, and then into the second quarter had the opportunity to go up 5, and it looked like potentially the game breaker. And then all of a sudden the ball just bounces the other way, and then they come back. Particularly the second half, third quarter, they really get the ascendancy. Mm-hmm. But then we arrest the momentum, and that's something personally that as a fan I look at that and go, well, we weren't able to do that last week, but we really were able to arrest that momentum this week, which is great. But then just those little 1%ers to take advantage of. We're almost there, almost, but not quite.
Yeah.
Talk us through that.
Yep. Yeah, just consistency with it. Like you said, last week we were disappointing over the 4 quarters, so we wanted to come back out and perform over 4. And I thought, 3.5 quarters, I'd say again. But like you said, it's little things like holding the ball in at times. Like we don't need to play on at times when we're up by 15 points or whatever, and there's 10 minutes left. There's times where we can control the footy and we don't have to play a fast game. So we were talking about it like, when we have them on the speed dial and we've got them locked down, like can we keep our foot on the throat and play smarter and it might not just be go quick all the time and keep trying to score. It could be control the footy a bit more, take the sting out of the game and the momentum out of the game. Yeah. So I just feel like we weren't playing momentum very well in that last quarter.
Yeah. Now, Nathan, your role changed a little bit today. Like, I was down the Geelong game, a lot of CBAs, a lot of inside stuff, out to that wing. I thought both times you played really outstanding. Which one are you having that preference towards at the moment, do you think?
I definitely, I've got the tank to run inside, and I think, that's why they've built me up this pre-season to be able to go in there, because, that's my strength, and I can kind of get my opponent with my run. So I'd say starting on the wing, and then if I have bursts in there, it's pretty fun, and I can get on top of my opponent. So I'd say I prefer midfield, but we have so many good midfielders, and I'm happy to just be playing footy, to be honest, mate, and just be out there again, kicking the ball around.
Yeah, look, it's awesome to have you out there.
Yeah,
and certainly with ball in hand, you look electric, which is great, and that's... Yeah. It looks like we score when you get the ball pushing forward. We look like we're menacing, look like we're ready to score, which is great. Over 500 metres gained today again, so it's fantastic. Where do you see the growth moving to next week? Because we want to fast forward to next week. I know that you're going to be doing the breakdown of this game, and I get it, but obviously next week we got the Eagles, and then we've got that opportunity to really get that win on the board, release the pressure valve, if you will, but get the season going again. How do you see it building up to that point next week?
I think similar to this week, we reviewed Geelong pretty quickly and we moved on really fast. So there's a lot of good stuff I think we can take from this game. I thought our contest was really good through the 4 quarters, and we knew Sydney, they're a contest team, so we wanted to match them in there. And when we do that, we can use our runners on the outside. We've got Sharpie out there and a few others like Jommy. I thought Jommy cracked him really hard today. So we really pride ourselves on the contest as well, and I thought we played pretty well today in there. So Eagles were tough today. They played really well. I was watching the first half, so it's going to be a tough game. But yeah, we'll review our stuff, and probably again just the momentum stuff we need to work on it. Late in games, when can we control the ball? When can we go quick? Just little things like that that we can tidy up. And at times as well, when can we hold the ball in and get a repeat stoppage? We don't need to flick it out and cause chaos.
I found it's pretty interesting with I've watched a couple of games live now this year, and I found the umpiring around. And I don't know if you guys have discussed this, but when you get tackled, if you hold the ball in, it seems like the umpires are quick to call holding the ball. But if the ball just comes out, no matter how, whether it's a correct disposal or not, they're just balls play in on. Motion, play on. So has there been any discussion around that?
There's been a bit, yeah. We actually spoke about it last week, actually, about the holding the ball free kicks. So there was one Coxie had against Geelong where he got tackled, spun around, and then eventually kicked it. But it should have been holding the ball, but they're not paying stuff like that. So they're giving you a bit more time, and they've been really hot on the 15-metre kicks, and we've spoken about that too. So there's a few different things we've been working on. So little 15-metre kicks, and also that you can absorb the tackle and have more time with it.
Yep.
So you don't need to just panic and get it out.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. We saw it a couple of times. I think that's also part and parcel of the game, isn't it, really, when you can see the intensity's up, the crowd's up, you know you got to score, and you feel the rush of blood, if you will. It's hard to, especially with such a young team. I think we're the third youngest team out there this week, Duck. I'm not sure if that's correct.
Yeah.
I'm pretty we're pretty close to it. But getting the reps in and getting that experience, if you will, to be able to do that is so important. I'm assuming like players like yourself and the older blokes just getting around the younger guys and just really just getting that game experience in. Do you feel like that's like a big part of that learning curve?
Yeah, definitely. Like I think like just getting that like consistency in our bodies and AFL footy's so different. Like I've only played 20 odd games and it's just so more way more taxing than waffle is. Like I remember like last week I was cramping at 3/4 time and normally I can just run out games. So it's a different feel. So yeah, definitely I think our older players, and I'm included, but I think I'm on games played, I'm on the lower end. But like getting around like guys like Murphy Reid coming in, and we've had some we've got some really good talent, like young fellas that are coming through, and just getting around them and getting their head around AFL footy, it's so different. And like not making them panic or anything, because it is an open game and you can get a lot of the ball and that, but just letting them know like the step up, you just got to be ready for it.
Speaking of Murphy Reid, like obviously we'll go back to last week when he's kicked the 4 in a row. I was in the stands. I was worse for wear. Like I'm giving it Murph. Don't let me go, Murph. But was he like? Is he? How is this young man like around the club? Is he just? Are you just like, mate? What is going on? Like, what are you doing?
No, he's unbelievable. Like his skill level is probably something I've never seen from a young fella coming in. Like honestly, like he can sell candy like no tomorrow, and he's like really composed with it. So like I couldn't be more happy for him, to be honest. And he's a really good guy. Like if you meet him, you'll love him. He's just everyone gets around him. So his character's unreal too.
Nice. Now, again, only 3 games into the season, but it's just so hard. You come out of such a heartbreaker, if you will, and it's like, come on, man. But 3 games into a season, if I was to try and throw the rose-coloured glasses on here, Duck, I'd be talking about how Brizzy started and how Hawthorn started, and look where they ended up as well at the end of the season. So it's not all doom and gloom, as we keep saying, but it'd be, for a fan, we really want to see the club turn things around quickly, and we know that you guys can, and we're behind you in that fact. What do you want to see from us? What do you want to see from the fans, especially the derby next week and all that sort of stuff?
Just get around us. Like, how good's the pre-game stuff we got going on, and just the atmosphere at footy games here is unreal. So, just keep getting around us, keep getting on us, and we'll ride the horse, ride it with us, and like we'll get back on it and come again. So it is disappointing. Like we're 0-2, no one wants to be in that position, but there's 21 more rounds.
Yeah.
So as deflating as it is, like there's so much time to turn the season around, and we've got West Coast next week. Where it's a good starting point where we can go, and another home game I think after that against Western Bulldogs. So
3 in a row.
it's exciting. So just come down, get around us, and we love it.
Just quickly. Shea Bolton, how good's it being out there playing with him, mate? Because he just looks like he can't get tackled. Like.
It's not fun on the pre-season defending him, I'll tell you that. He's so shifty, isn't he? Like his footwork's insane. He just gets it, and he's like, he looks fast, but I don't think he's overly quick. He's just really good with his footwork, and he can just sell the candy really well. So playing with him, he's so nonchalant, and he's just unbelievable. Great pickup.
Yeah, nice. So putting you on the spot here, mate. So you know where we are. Sort of 2 games in, but like let's go round 7. Where do you see us in round 7?
We got West Coast Bulldogs. We got to go 2-2 there.
Yep.
So who do we have after that on the road?
I'll bring it up now.
Bring it up.
Bring it up. Let's get it up.
Round 7.
Team. How good are we going?
Yeah, good. No, the only reason I asked that question, mate, is I'm trying to sell a little bit of candy to the lovers
we got
out
Richmond.
there.
Richmond at Gather House.
Yep.
And then
grab
Melbourne
a couple
at the
of wines, if you will. Yep.
Oh, mate, lock in the old 5-2. I reckon.
Okay. Yeah.
7.
Okay. Good. I like that.
We'll come back. We'll bounce back.
Yeah.
We've got a bit of work to do, but I mean, get some guys back. Get Youngie back.
Yeah, exactly.
Bolton another run under his legs.
Shawnee's back soon.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Fifey's had some minutes in the waffle.
Nice.
Yeah, fantastic, and get that team back up and about.
Sorry, can I just ask a quick question, Doug? How's Das looking, and how's Youngie looking?
Unbelievable. Both of them are looking honestly, I thought Youngie was playing earlier.
Okay.
Like earlier than what he's expected to.
Right.
So he's moving really well. So I think they're just being real cautious because he's had hamstring injuries before.
Yep.
And Swaggy is moving unbelievable. He was taking hangers the other day at training. So, and he's looking fit.
Yeah.
Unbelievably fit. So that's really exciting for fans.
Yep.
So we got them too. And Fife is also looking unbelievable.
Okay.
He's in good nick.
Nice,
Good,
things
good.
are looking
Yeah.
good. Look,
Yeah.
we'll pretty much wrap it up there. Now, our man Matty Tabs has left the club. He's now down. He's the
Tabsy.
tools coach at
Duck.
South Fremantle.
Yeah, yeah.
So who's taking his mantle as the weirdest bloke?
Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, maybe Dogger, Luke Jackson. He's he's,
Benson Boone.
No, but we love him though. Like you got to have a bit of. I'm a bit of a weirdo, you know. You got to have a bit of character. You got to have a bit of character.
Was there any
so.
fines involved with him not wearing shoes to his presser, or was he just
I
like?
think you got $10. Yeah, $10 fine. So yeah,
Mate, surely you've got some like $4
You got the dogs out. That was funny, mate.
Jeez, what's
Got
going
the
on?
dogs out.
Yeah, dogs got the big dogs out. That's it.
That was so good.
All right,
Appreciate
so
it, legend.
Derby next week.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
the boys up and
Yeah,
about.
let's
We've obviously
get
got the
down to
dogs
it,
after that. Big crowd, 43,000 today. And
Yep.
like given the train, like, I don't know if you guys know, the
Nah,
train lines
Sunday
were down.
must be
and
tough, yeah,
Like it was a bit of
Yeah.
a tough. Oh, Sunday afternoon, mate. That's where
Yeah,
we want to
yeah,
live on
yeah,
the Sunday.
yeah.
Sunday arbos are like 10 o'clock on a
Graveyard.
Saturday morning. Like, how does it? Just sorry, because we're gonna 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Oh, mate, it's stiff.
Like,
It's stiff. Yeah.
It's pretty stiff. And like down at the Cattery. Now, can I also ask this last one?
Yeah, go on.
Why didn't we go into the change rooms at 3/4 time? Like the Cats.
Today?
The Cats obviously did both.
Oh, the Cats, yeah,
which
yeah.
was
I think-
weird, but
yeah,
like,
yeah. So the plan was to go in at quarter time,
Yep.
half time, and 3/4 time. But
Yep.
then we were like, oh, we've played in this, so we'll just stay up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty much just a mindset thing.
Yep.
But then today we came in at quarter time just for a change up. I think it's something different.
Yep.
But yeah. Yep.
amazing. All right. All right, Noddy, thank you very much.
Appreciate it,
Keep
legend.
going on with the
Thanks,
mate. You're
mate.
playing
Cheers.
really
Appreciate
well.
it.
Keep it going.
Thank you.
And hopefully we see a really great season
Thank
for the
you.
rest of the time. Injury free as well, mate. Touching
Injury-free,
wood and
touch
stuff
wood,
like
yeah.
that.
Got you in dream team, mate.
Let's
So
go.
love up the points, mate.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, lad. Thanks, guys.
Catch you, mate.
Just bang that one down. All right.
Cool.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Nathan
mate.
O'Driscoll. All right, guys, I think we might wrap it up there for this week. Look, real tough loss, obviously. Tight circumstances. Game could have gone either way. And look, it's just one of those things, like Nathan said, you know, you've just got to stay on top of things, control what you can. When you need to slow it down, you slow it down. When you need to speed it up, you speed it up. But I guess I was looking at our run ahead. We've just got to start banking wins.
Yeah,
is the
look-
main thing. Two more games at home. Bank those two, hopefully. Don't get too far ahead of ourselves. But, you know, there's been growth in certain areas. Really love the look at Murphy Reid. Shea Bolton looked outstanding out there. Our man, Noddy O'Driscoll there, looking really good. Yago Mira, John, mate, looked really good. We got big Josh Tracy over there. He looked outstanding again. So, you know, there's a few guys that continue to improve and we continue to grow and you know, we see the best out of all our guys and next thing you know, we're flying and we're off to the races.
And look, a quick shout out to Alex Pearce, who again had a fantastic game. And one of the things that we said before the second quarter, I think it was, is don't forget that this guy didn't have a pre-season. So essentially last week counts as his pre-season, and then this is round one really when you think about it for him. And just an absolute tower of strength in that back line and really makes a difference down there marshalling the troops, which is good. Look, you know, our thoughts and prayers go out to Walks, and hopefully his shoulder isn't too bad, but we'll see what happens. Great news to hear Das is near you know, selection, if you will, and Fife looked like he played 3 quarters, which is great, and Youngie looks like he's a bit of a sniff too. So let's see how they go. You never want to lose at home, and I understand that, and it's frustrating. And mate, we were like shedding a tear in the lift on the way down, mate. It's just like the Titanic sinking as I was going down there. The amount of tears that were coming out of me. No, but I think you got to look on the bright side, which is this is essentially the second game in a long season, mate. But really, we need to see that turnaround pretty quickly. I'm sure we will from the boys. And, you know, Noddy's talked about it. I'm sure JL's talked about it as well. And it's just back into the grinder and make it happen.
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it, Oz? It's get back, even the ledger. Firstly, look at what Eagles made. Eagles came out and punched us in the mouth last time. We played them in the early rounds. We really just got to come in and dominate them. That's what the fans want to see. Just dominate early, dominate for long periods, and get a really good win on the board. And then look at the doggies who have been playing really good footy, unlucky to lose last night as well. But look, they're going to be undermanned, and we've just got to go out and win that game as well, and just slowly tick these wins off. You know, how do you eat elephant? It's one bite at a time, and that's what we've got to be doing. It's just 1 week at a time,
Chocolate,
and it matters that we, as fans collectively, we stay around the team, we get around the team. It's positive vibes. Get around them. You know, keep feeding in and keep coming down to these games and bring some really good energy, and away we go.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, guys, on that note, we're Purple Rain, at Purple Rain 95, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. If you'd like to listen to a longer or watch a longer version of our podcast/vodcast, we do those every Monday afternoon. So if you've got any questions, hit us up on our socials and we'll endeavour to answer those questions as well. If you're watching this on YouTube at the moment, why not hit that subscribe, hit that bell down there, put some comments below. I like when people comment their favourite ex-Docker. That really brings a tear to my eye when I read through the comments.
Shout out to Ralph, who showed me his hat today, signed by the legendary number 33.
The Wiz.
The Wiz.
Oh, Andrew Shit. All right, guys, on that note, thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching, remember to subscribe, rate and review to this show as well. And we will be back next week for the Derby. We'll be here. Hopefully you're here. You managed to scab some tickets off your Eagles mates.
Yep.
And you're down and you're wearing your purple and getting around it.
Put down the Chardonnay and come to the game.
All right. See you later, guys.
See you later.